What's going on, everybody? TGIF. It is a Godlike Friday, and it's good to see everybody in the chat and in the panel. We have a lot to talk about this week. So much has happened, so many posts, so many reveals. Super hyped to be here, super excited. So without further ado, let's welcome everybody. Noah, good to see you, man. How you doing this week?
Doing great, man. Super long week, so it feels like forever since last Friday. So yeah, I've been really looking forward to getting on. So yeah, good to see you guys.
So it's not just me.
No, definitely not just you. Yeah.
So it's not just
Yeah.
me. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's been a really, really tough week. I say that every week, but this week has been more tough than normal, I feel like.
Oh yeah, same here. Yeah, this is one of
Yeah,
those 80-hour weeks.
I totally understand.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Kiefer, how are you doing this evening? It's great to see you.
Yeah, thanks. Doing well. It's good to be here. Been a long week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to unwind
Yes.
and just talk about how we're going to spend all our money.
It's so true, though. It's so true. We have a we have a lot to discuss and what happened in the community this week, and I guess a lot of people know already that I'm going to be moving on some of these pieces, and some I just can't do without. So we're gonna be doing some purchasing, maybe not tonight, but really soon. Okay, so my man Marcos, how you doing, man? Great to see you.
I'll keep on the same train. A long week. First week of my new job, so learning a lot, and I'm glad I can be here. And got drinks up, everybody.
Yeah, man, great. Glad you're here, man. It's good to see you. And then, of course, we have Brian. Brian, how are you, man? How was your week? And thanks for being here.
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. I share the same sentiment. It's been a long week. I just got back into town almost a week ago, so it's only my second time I'm back on here, but I've been looking forward to doing it. Just life has been getting in the way.
I totally understand that, man, and we all know that especially with our work life, family life, it's really tough to kind of manage everything, get everything balanced, and
yeah. And I'm going to be bailing a little bit early tonight too, unfortunately, but
okay.
Got commitments.
That's okay. Thanks for being on. It's great to see everybody in the chat as well. And I know my man, this guy right here. Good to see you, man. Hey, do not sell that Predator. What's the matter with you? Good to see you, man. And then, of course, the one, the only Lane Kramer is on. I'll be making another post tomorrow that we'll be having a giveaway in Godlike statues. We've been posting this, but at the 500 subscriber mark, we're giving away a Jean Grey maquette from Sideshow and a custom Maju case from Brian. I just can't believe that's happening still, but it is. So make sure you like and subscribe down here, and we would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lane, hit me up for either this Saturday or next Saturday. We will do the unboxing of Poison Ivy Prime 1. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be great. My man Ricky, how are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, man, I know, man. Those pre-orders, son. Those pre-orders, they're coming.
Too many already. Too many.
They're coming. It's a great question. Alex, that was not mine, but we will be talking about that here shortly. I know Predator is starting to ship, and I'm super excited for that. I really am. But I do have it on order, and that will be coming soon. That was not my picture. That was done from, I think, Collector Overseas. We'll talk about that here shortly. It's great to see everybody in the house. Oh, my man, John Gay, man. Good to see you. How are you, sir? Good to see you. It's great to see everybody just coming in and joining us. Oh, I see you, man, Jojo. Hey, man. What's good? Good to see you, man. Thank you, everybody. Well, man, we all know it's been a hell of a week, but we are here to just unwind and talk about what we love, right? And a lot has happened this week, but let me start with set up picture of the week that I saw online that just kind of blew my mind. So let me bring this up here real quick. Let me see here real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we get started, I just want to say something before we get started. I got confirmation from Ed Adams and from PCS. He will be joining us next Friday. Make sure you tune in next Friday. It's going to be a big show. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Make sure you bring your questions for Ant and PCS. It's going to be great. Fantastic. I'm still kind of blown away by that. It's going to be awesome. Okay, let me go here and this is something that was talked about already. Let me bring this up real quick here. When I saw this, I thought of you, Alan Kiefer, when they showed this. Man, this here. Oh, somebody messaging me already. Who's this?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Freddie.
Wait a minute, Freddie. Wait a minute. Okay, so man, looking at this piece, it's starting to ship. It's starting to ship out now. Fansong posted this today. Thanks for posting this. Um, you can see how huge this piece is because Predator, Jungle Hunter is just massive, but see them next to the other, and then the spears, even a little bit longer. But Alan, listen, I can't deny when I look at this, the skulls are amazing. Okay, like they just are. I'm sure you're saying to yourself, that's why I bought them, Jimmy. But but man, looking at these all together like this, I know I made the right decision. I mean, I'm super pumped for this. So, Noah, I know you've seen Jungle Hunter in person,
Yeah.
but what do you think of the City Hunter? Hey, well, hold on, hang on, wait. Did
No,
you
don't
watch Predator 2?
Not yet, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. I've been busy as hell lately. I want to.
No.
Okay, okay. Well, what do you think of it? Like, what do you think?
Dude, I think it looks amazing, and the skulls are incredible, especially the tall one down on that lower pedestal. That's so sick. I love it.
It's
Yeah,
so cool.
that's such a great display. I love how they're similar height. It's great, man. I love it.
Yeah.
And I love how creative everybody's being with the all the extra busts. I've just seen
Yes.
people just tucking them into like smaller shelves, and it looks super good. So
It does.
yeah, love it.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw this, I immediately thought of you, Alan, when I saw this, and I was like, man, this looks like a piece, or this looks like Alan's. I mean, 'cause I know you're getting this set up, right? But I thought about when I saw the skulls, I thought about you because I know you were getting it. What do you think of it, man? In person, you can see kind of what the paint looks like, and it's kind of hard from photos, but it still gives you an idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of blown away that one skull is like almost the size of the Predator.
It is.
I'm super pumped to get this. Yeah, I've been wanting this for a long time. I had like four. I think you were the first one that messaged me this morning with this picture.
Okay.
And then 5 minutes later, someone else did, and 5 minutes later, someone else did, like three in a row.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think multiple collectors know that you're picking up the ultra version, right? That has the skulls with
Yeah.
it and things.
Yeah.
Alan, can you just explain because some people don't know what your plan is for the Predator line? Can you just explain it?
Well, at this point, I have four of them on order. I already have the Jungle Hunter. City Hunter is next to come in. Berserker after that, and then Scar after that. And all four of them are going to be lined up in a row.
Man.
And with the skulls, there's a scene in the movie where Danny Glover walks into the ship.
Yes.
And he walks into this one chamber, and all the skulls are displayed there. So my plan is to just build a custom rack behind the City Hunter with the skulls arranged, if I can do it in the same exact positioning as what was done in the movie.
I mean, how amazing is that going to be?
That'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this and just seeing how big these skulls are and like the detail on them, it's going to be amazing. And Alan, I can't wait to see your setup. I just can't. It's going to be awesome.
Well, interesting. The new cabinets, I checked today. They are in finishing, so they're being stained right now.
Wow.
Cool.
And they should be delivering, and I'm guessing maybe about 2 weeks, and then immediately after that, I'll get the glass company in here and get the glass doors ordered, and then it's just a matter of taking the time to load them up.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I thought they built them into the wall, Alan. These are being delivered to you?
Oh, that's a freestanding piece of furniture behind me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, that's not built in.
Okay.
That's a freestanding piece of furniture. So the whole thing has to be engineered to take the weight and to be able to have the right type of hardware and so forth to handle like 200-pound glass doors.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
Hope you don't plan on moving anytime soon.
No, really. Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not. I'm not.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Marcos, I know you've seen the movie, but I mean, what do you think of, like, if you notice, Marcos, if you look at the base for the Predator, he put one of the skulls it comes with on the base. If you can see that, what do you think of how they did this?
I like that a lot. I also like what Noah said about the bust, like how people are getting creative with the bust.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like they're like $800 a piece. Of like, I would fucking find a way to like show them out. You know, like shit, I'm paying that much, might as well.
Right.
I always said for me that the City Hunter was always my favorite too. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be great, man.
Well, actually, my bad. Berserker is my favorite, and then
Berserker's your favorite. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite. It's not my favorite movie out of them. It's just the best piece, you know, out of the whole line so far, I think. But out of these two, City Hunter is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian, I don't know if you're a fan of the Predators, but what do you think of these?
Oh, I'm a fan, definitely.
Okay.
No, I've always liked the original Predator best, but you know what everybody else is saying about how these are displayed with the bus. I mean, I got to step up my game on how to display busts or extra portraits for that matter. You know, I'm always throwing stuff in a drawer basically and just swapping them out. And, I mean, this is a great idea. I gotta step up.
Sure.
Well, Prime 1 needs to step up too and give us more bus stands.
Yeah, I agree.
They're so random, and like you just never know if you're going to get them or not. You know.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at this, I mean, you just don't know how big this is until you get it in front of you, and that's what I have to say. So when you get this in front of you, you realize just how massive this piece is. Because what you don't really notice, or maybe you do, but how wide and big these bases are, and how detailed they are, and it's heavy, man. It's heavy. It's a big boy, so you got to have room for it, but just look how impactful this is, you know, set up as a display. I just really love it. I do.
I still haven't seen that one in person. The original.
Oh
one.
yeah. Well, if you go to Todd, I'm sure he'll have one set up. Yeah. So, but there's nothing like it. I think I was talking to the panel the other day, and I mentioned that this is, in my opinion, that this is Prime One's best piece. I just can't see them outdoing this, or someone else outdoing this Predator. It's got so much detail, and now that the second one is coming out, I have that one on order as well. I ordered them both at the same time, so Predator will be here sooner than later. So I've got it ordered. I can't. And
nice.
You know what's funny, Alan? Remember, I'm paying that same price because I had that credit. So it's gonna.
Oh, you did well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna. I've got that credit line, so it's gonna be great.
Wait, you've got that Jungle Hunter behind you, and it's damn near as big as the half scale.
It is. Yeah, that gives you an idea, because it's just, he's just a huge. It's just so big, man. It is, and I was thinking the other day, maybe I shouldn't get so many big pieces, because for the space I have right now. But even if there's just so many that I want, it's impossible. I just have to keep going with the ones that I really truly are connected with. And Predator 1 and 2 are my favorite, and I have them both, and they will be in Emoji Space coming soon. So I'm looking forward to it. And there was an update on that I'll share here shortly. I know Freddie said he is on the way, so that's great to see that. Yeah, I thought those were amazing. I had to use that as one of the pictures of the week, but there was another that just blew my mind today. That when I saw this, I said, man, geez, I just can't believe this. And let me bring this up here real quick. Sometimes it comes down to, I think Alan spoke to it the other day, is that regardless of what pieces you have, right, it comes down to display. I mean, it really does, like how you display them, what you do, how you have them set up and lighting different things. Here's a great example of that. Nope. Sir Bubbles posted this today, and I mean, what can you say? What can you say to this, man? I mean,
it stinks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Good to see, man. Yeah, I mean, geez. This is just an incredible display of busts. It's done very classy, right? And
Yeah.
you can tell he's got some spotlights, Alan, right, coming shining down on him.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, the spotlight gives your pieces more of a museum feel, and in my Maju space, that's what I'm getting is spotlights. I've got a lot of
Awesome.
great advice from Brian and from Brian and Nigel from Maju Space. I can't say enough great things about them. How well they've taken care of me, how they're doing the measuring, how they're figuring out how this works, how they're going above and beyond to make sure that the case that I'm getting is what I want, but that it fits perfectly in here, and also it matches every single statue to the T, to where I have nothing to worry about. Like, I mean, I don't know where you can get that kind of service from. So I just thought I'd throw it out there. They're doing great with that. So thanks for that.
I love that Thor and Loki together. Man, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, seeing them all together like this, just how impactful this is. It's just so amazing all set up together. I want to say this is it right here. This is all he has, but take a look at this.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, this is the other side.
That Thanos is massive.
Thanos is amazing.
This is the other side. Alan, notice how he went in and adjusted the shelving to where you can lower some of the pieces to where it makes sense, to where they're all, you can see their faces, right? You can make sure they're all together. And I mean, this is
it's really well thought out.
Yeah, oh, it is. It is.
Not to mention the dollar investment in those pieces. Oh my God.
Oh, geez, yeah. Brian, are you a bus guy or are you not a bus guy?
No, not so much.
Okay.
No, I haven't made that leap.
Yeah. Well, I went from 0 to 3 really fast. Well, look at who I hang out with, man. These guys over here, man. They just
enablers.
Yeah.
The crew of enablers.
Yes, it is. Marcos, I mean, what do you think of how you displayed this? Do you like it?
Well, yeah, I love it a lot, and like this whole line, like Queen Studios usually doesn't finish lines, and this is one that they damn near like almost completed. So that's a really good thing. They're obviously missing some characters, like Scarlet Witch and Black Widow. I guess I hate females. I don't know what's going on, but but I'm just happy they got the majority of the characters, and it's awesome. From this angle, though, that Hemsworth looks a lot off. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I think it's the angle too.
The Loki is amazing, though. That looks awesome, and the Vision too. Honestly, I know the Hulk was their first pieces too, wasn't it? Like I think it was like the first bust they did.
It was one of the first ones, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks a little dated for sure compared to the other ones,
Mm-hmm. It does.
I love that cap, though. The cap. I know it's complete. Like I don't know why they did it with the shield and everything. It's completely different from the other ones besides the Thanos, but it looks so good. Like wow.
It does. This is an amazing setup. So, Mr. Bubbles, congratulations, man. Thanks for sharing that with the community. I just thought it was amazing. No, I know you're not really a bus guy, but I mean, it's hard to deny this, right?
Oh no, I think it looks amazing. I'm definitely a bus guy. I just don't.
Oh, you are. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, I love them. Yeah, I don't really buy too many of them. If I had more room, I would definitely buy more. There's been a lot of them that I've had my eye on, but yeah, I mean, I think the display looks amazing. It really, I think it just comes down to the price for a lot of them. Okay. It really stacks up super fast. Compared to some of the other stuff that's, it seems like every statue I buy now is like $2,000. So if it went up to $4,000, that's kind of crazy to think about for me. But yeah, but it looks really good, man.
Too.
In
space,
what is it, the War Machine.
You gotta have space for those.
Sure. Yeah, they're huge. That's honestly why I went with the Alita, because it's pretty space conscious if you take her arm off and stuff like that. But I just was wondering that was that War Machine or Iron Patriot or whatever? Did Queen do that also?
No, Sideshow, I think.
Okay, that's what I thought, because it just I didn't see the similar base and everything, and I don't remember seeing that one. But yeah, it looks really good though, man. I love it. Yeah, I love the cap bust, and Thanos is insane. I love how he has the Spider-Man up higher that looks really appropriate. So
I love that too, man.
Great. Yeah, that's an awesome display. It's insane.
Yeah, I agree. It's just fantastic. Well, Lane, I'll tell you what I think about it. I think it's so great. I'm buying it. So, I that's the one bus that I am getting, and I'm really looking forward to that. Mr. Kiefer, are you still in on that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there you go, Lane. It's one of my favorite bus right now. I think next to the Schwarzenegger bus, and I just love it. I have to have that in my collection coming up. It's almost a must.
And
The
then
George Bush is coming home,
I was just
Marcos.
about to say, are you going to about to get the other presidents too, Jimmy, in bus form?
Marco,
Oakland's next.
that's one joke that we always share between all of us is that it looks like George Bush, but I don't think it does. But Marcos does.
It looks like a hot George Bush, like a good. That's what it is.
That's so funny. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that. I just cannot wait for it. I cannot wait for it. So I'm pretty hyped for that piece. I am. So I did buy something today, which I shouldn't have, but I did.
Who told you about this piece?
No, you totally should have.
Okay, maybe I should.
I mean, I don't even know what you got yet.
Okay. Well, like, I don't know what you did, but
Someone
you
put
get
it
it
in
anyway.
a group message too. I don't know who did that, but
Yeah, Noah's like, you should, man. Let me see. Hanging out with these guys, you just keep spending. But I, of course, Freddie had posted this in our group chat today, right? And I think he talked about it a while back. But I saw this. I clicked on the link and I saw it, and I said to myself, man, how great would this look with the Schwarzenegger bust? I mean, I just thought that it would look amazing with that. So I went in this, and it was like I think it was like $100 after taxes and things, whatever.
thanks.
But I really loved it, and I thought it would be amazing in my collection. So I went ahead and got it.
Cool.
Alan, do you like this piece, and how do you think it'd pair well with the Terminator bust?
Oh yeah, I mean, it will obviously because the backside of that bust has a diorama of this scene, so it fits like a glove.
Yeah, I saw this and I immediately wanted to get it. So even when I was working, I did want to get it. But I just couldn't pass it up, man. I thought it would look great, and I went ahead and picked it up. It was like $100, I guess, after taxes and things. I paid like $100 for it. I'm gonna frame it. I don't know where it's gonna go quite yet, but I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna pick it up, and it may go into my new home. I'm not sure. Marcos, I know you love art. Do you like this?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna take credit because I'm the one that posted it in the GM.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Marcos,
Behind the
he's
bus.
the enabler.
And Freddie's like, "LOL, fuck you," pretty much. Like, that's like,
Okay.
no, but I'm looking out for you guys. That's what I'm trying to do, man.
Oh, of course you are, Marcos. What else would you be doing?
Probably $80,
Well, either buy it now or in 6 months try to get it on eBay for three times
Exactly.
as much.
And like I said, it's $80. It's really a great investment, honestly. It looks great, So like,
Yeah.
might as well get it. Like you got to frame it, which is only what at most like $100 if you get it matted and everything. Like, so it's perfect.
Right.
It's awesome. I'm glad that it was a random thing they put up too, like out of nowhere. But glad they did it.
Yeah, and seeing this, and I think somebody else posted it too today. They ended up somebody else posted it like, oh man, this is a great piece. So it's starting to spread in the community. Hey, this is out. This is out. So I'm gonna say this will probably end up selling out. Like once they more people start to order. I'm gonna bring up this picture real quick.
Oh, Jimmy, I had a question for you, and then I think Alan and Freddie are both getting that too. You guys gonna put like a mirror or something like that behind it to be able to see that part of it, or because it seems too wide to be on a turntable, but it's so cool to like just go completely unseen,
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna do quite yet. And to be honest, I didn't know it was gonna be able to fit in here, but Nigel and Brian worked with me. They got it all set up, so this is definitely coming home. There's no doubt about it. It's coming home.
Awesome, dude. What the fuck?
As far as the mirror goes, I'm not really sure, but it'd be a shame to hide some of that, right? I think that's what your point is, right?
So cool, man.
Yeah, like it's just super cool, and seeing this and just like all together like that, I'm just not sure. Like, if I could have said no, I think it just looks great. Really
I
do.
think a turntable would be good.
Yeah, it really does.
Shit, I
My
think
man
I'm gonna buy
Freddie,
that.
good to see
I
you,
think I'm
man.
gonna buy that print right now.
There
Yeah.
you go. There we go. Do it, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
One
what?
of
I
us.
am.
One of us. Live PO. Live PO.
Yeah. It was only like $80, and then the taxes, like I got it for $100.
I'm buying it right now.
What up,
Oh,
man?
check you out, man. Okay. Live pre-order, guys. Here we go.
Yeah, all right.
Freddie, how you
Hey,
doing,
Fred.
man? Good to see you.
Hey everyone, sorry I'm late.
That's all right, man.
Sorry I'm late.
And
Glad you
done.
Glad you
Got
made it.
Oh, and we're joined with the enabler. Here he comes. This
Oh my.
this
He also has the most
here,
points.
Mr. X is
Stop playing. Wow.
This is the latest of the season. Most turnover in history.
He also has the most points. Are we forgetting
Oh, okay,
that? Throw
yeah.
that out there. Most points.
Yeah.
Throw
And,
that
then,
out there.
and speak of the devil, here he is. Everybody, Brian Wong from Space, man. Good to see you on. We were just speaking of Space and how things are coming together. So it's great to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here with us. We will also do a live unboxing of the Space and getting everything together. That's going to be a 6-hour stream probably. So we'll probably have intermissions and things. And but I look forward to that. It's going to be amazing. Get that stuff set up. Yeah, this is what it looks like all together. And I'm definitely getting it. Freddie, I saw it today and I ordered it. Did you order this?
Ooh, that print? Not yet. So I have I think I have a couple of Terminator prints. I just have to go through my archive. It's the exactly because I literally got like close to 200 prints, and I know I have a couple of Terminators. I have to check. And by archives, I mean my emails. I have to search through my emails. I'm just gonna type Terminator print, Terminator art, do some keywords, see if any orders come up because that's the only way I can find them. Because I have a lot of poster tubes, and some poster tubes have like 2 or 3 in there.
Yeah,
I have a lot. So if I don't have any, because I don't want to like get this, knowing I have 3 or 4 other Terminator posters I need to put up. More in particular, Terminator 2. So if I don't have any, or at least one that can like, I guess that's Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably order this one because this one it pairs nice with this piece.
Freddie, Noah was asking too. He asked me. He said, what do you plan on doing? Anything with the back with like a mirror effect? Because it is going to be a little bit of a shame to hide that amazing dial they have in the back, right? But I don't see myself using the mirror. I just don't know how I'm going to do this quite yet, only because how large this is. But man, I would love to, but it'd be kind of tough.
Yeah. So what I know Brian's in here, so he could probably correct me if I'm wrong. Because when I had ordered one of my Maji cases, one of the stuff that I saw that you can do is you can add a mirror or like a mirror piece or whatever. And I was gonna do that with one of my orders. I still might. I just might hit up Brian and be like, hey, this is the spec. He's just like, give me a like a mirror to put in the back. Like I said, he could probably confirm, but I think that is still a thing. So I don't know if he still offers that feature or whatnot, but that was a plan I was gonna do for my Terminator bus. Like add the mirror to the back of one of my Maji cases and then do it. Okay, thank you, Brian. Yeah, so he'll be the man to call for my Maji case if I decide to do that, and I'll just put a mirror like in the back.
And I mean, I know we gave them a shout out earlier, but all collectors, make sure you check out Maji Space. They have probably the most incredible guest service I've ever experienced, along with a great way to display high-end statues. Make sure you check them out, Maji Space.
Yeah, man, they're awesome.
They're amazing. So make sure you check them out. We'll do a live unboxing of my setup coming up, and Brian will be joining us. It's going to be awesome to see. Mr. Cooper, do you?
My bad.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that's the thing with these busts, right? Because with the with the statues, 1/3 and 1/4 and all that stuff is easy. You can get a turntable and just easily let that turn, in your display. But it's nothing when you have a bust, right? You can't really put a turntable on top of it. Sure. So unless you it's like a centerpiece, literally, where you can walk around. Mm-hmm. Like the only options, man, is to get a mirror or diagonal, do it in a slant or something like that to even get a piece of it.
And I mean, Freddie, if you think about this, I mean, this has got to be heavy. Like this piece is not going to be light, man. It's going to be heavy in that case. So if you're going to have some type of turntable, and you got to have a lot of room for that because you'd have to spend a little bit extra on the turntable. But I'm not going to have a turntable myself. But I know the way I'm going to display this, and it will be with no glasses on, and just to have him there. But I am getting the 1/3 scale by Prime One. T1000 and T800. I am getting those two. So a lot of money on that shelf, man. A lot of money on that shelf. It is.
Can I ask a question about why you can't use like a turntable on a bus? Is it too heavy or something?
Well, some just they have a certain amount of weight you can put on them, and I don't know what this weighs. It's got to be heavy, but they do have some that take a lot of weight. They do. You just got to spend a little extra for it. I've seen some turntables go for like $300. I'm like, what? Yeah,
I know. Remember Vision? He has his own. He does his own custom.
I've seen that,
and he has heavy pieces on it too. So I don't know how long they'll last, but because
I can see myself using that for a bus though, right? Like for
I can see that, yeah.
I just think this piece is perfect for a turntable because you can just turn it whenever you want, obviously. So
just
the bus? Or are you talking about the 1/3?
Wait, what'd you say? No.
I said the width is the problem with that. Most shelves are obviously very wide, but they're not usually like 30 something deep. So it's like you can't really, unless it's like a no arms, just straight torso bust, you could do a turntable. But that one looks super wide.
Yeah, like Noah's Alita. Like I could see that on a turntable and with no arms, and that'd be fine, right? But like with this, I don't know.
That leather jacket's about 20 pounds itself, probably.
Yeah,
it's just I mean it's going to be just a really incredible piece. But remember how I plan on displaying it, and it's going to take a lot of room. Noah, you're right. Like just let me share this real quick. Now there's been some changes, of course, because I'm no longer putting the comic in there. The comic is being taken off. But if you see, I've got both of the Terminators 1/3 next to Arnold. So having a turntable may or may not work. I don't know because of just the way it's set up. But the bottom next to the Predator to the left, the Batman pieces there on the bottom will not be there. That'll be flex, and we'll talk about what's going there here in just a minute. So, but those are being taken out, and this will be strictly only movie on this side. It will be. So, yeah, man, coming soon. Some great points, though. I really like that piece, man. It's a great one. All right. Well, we all know what happened this week, so this is like part of the talk of the community right now. Let me bring this up here real quick. Man, stay godlike, Queen Studios. Just another incredible piece by them. Let me ask, Marcos, were you expecting it to be articulate where you can move the joints and things? I don't think anybody was.
Nowhere, dude. I think you posted it. I was like, well, that's pretty fucking cool. That came out of nowhere. I know J&D's doing that with their figures, right, Freddie, if I'm correct?
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's cool. They're doing it with the 1/3. But for me, man, it's awesome. I think honestly the likeness is perfect. Honestly, the texture on like the silicone looks amazing. The hair looks good. But for me, I still like the LBS 1/3 more than that one. I really do. I just do. That's just me. There's a lot more to it, I guess, and you can get all those busts. for basically like a cheaper price, honestly, too. So
Yeah.
it really just depends. I think you're not going to go wrong with either one if you want to go either Hulk. And it depends on what your collection is too. If you do movie comics, but even if I were just trying to get a Hulk, I would still go LBS. But it's a pretty crazy piece. It's it's the first of its kind, obviously, right? Like so. We'll see how long it holds up though with silicone, right? That's without the articulate. Silicone's always been a toss up. So
and I think if someone did get this, you would pose it and leave it like that. You would never mess with it again. I'm pretty sure.
100%.
That's what I would do.
You got to put it in one pose, and that's pretty much it. Like
right.
That's what you do. Yeah.
Right. But to have the options, I mean, that was just I never seen anything like that. I thought it was just amazing. Brian, do you show interest in this at all, or what do you think about this?
I mean, I think if there was ever a Hulk to buy, that's the one.
Okay.
I mean, I'm completely blown away by it. I think it's incredible. It's a hefty price tag, but it's incredible.
Sure. Yeah. And I think when I was we were in our group chat, Freddie had made a statement, and he said, "Man, it's super expensive. It's almost the price of a bus," which it really is. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for me, it's for what that costs. I mean, I could get almost both of those Terminator 2, Prime ones. So for me, I would probably buy those.
Okay.
Just because I would collect that more so than I would collect, Hulk. But if I was a Hulk collector, I mean, this would be a no-brainer for me. I think it's just incredible.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, someone that just loves the Avengers and loves the line. This is why. I'm just going to say it. I am 100% buying this, and I am. I'm going to put this with the other Avengers in the empty shelf that I have below, so that way the whole Magi space is all movie pieces. The whole thing is. So I think Alan made a suggestion the other night. He said, "Hey man, you can put this with the bust, or you can put this with. You don't have to go with the whole Avengers line. There's some that I really want though, and I'm gonna have to examine it more. But this is definitely coming home. I got to see where I've got the most points at. That's where I'm gonna buy it from. That's where I'm gonna get it from. Okay, Freddie, I know you love it, but what do you think, man?"
Well, I think this is incredible. First of all, I want to say, in terms of price, like I don't knock price. I'm not even knocking the price for this. Like I believe, right? Because I know some people say this is not worth it or not. Even big name collectors out there are saying that it's not worth the money. There are some people who are not. It's just like it is worth the money. So I think with price for everything, right? It's up to you to justify what a price is worth. I was just telling somebody recently, like I bought the Ghostbuster set figures, and I was like, I felt I could have gotten all 4 of those Blitzway set Ghostbusters for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? When I tell people how much the price is, some people are like, "Yo, Freddie, I think you paid a lot." And in my mind, I'm like, I think it was fine. So, price is always going to be, it's, subjective, right? As far as what you put value on something. So that aside, I think this is incredible. And I personally, I would like to have this in my collection. I prefer rooted. I prefer silicone. And I'm okay with, like sculpted and, resin and, people like, I don't mind any of that stuff. But when I see something that has like rooted, right? Like I answer like, I'll go for rooted rather than sculpted here. If I see something that has the same thing with silicone, I'll go silicone first over, whatnot. Now I'm not saying this is better than LBS. I'm not saying that at all. I don't think one is better than the other. Like I view it like apples and oranges, right? Like some people like, but apples are better than oranges. Oranges are better than apples. It's like, well, I may prefer oranges, and I'm like, you can't tell me that apples are better than oranges. I'm like, it's 2 different fruits. So that's how I feel about LBS in this, right? I'm just like, I can't say that this is better than LBS Hulk or LBS Hulk is better than this. All I can say is what I prefer, and you know, I prefer silicone and rooted. So I mean, I would gravitate towards this. I know price will play a part for some. And then if I end up getting an LBS, because I actually really want to hook in my collection, I'll get LBS. You know what I'm saying? But I really love what they did. I'm coming from a 1/6 scale, like collecting community, and I know some people are making jokes. I heard somebody in the community was like, "Yo, is this like a hot toy?" in like 1/3, and I'm like, "Come on, man, don't do that." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, I love what Queen Studios is trying to do. I love the technology. I love the fact that you can kind of, it's limited, but I like the fact that you can range the poses with the head, with the arms. Now, me personally, knowing about silicone from the 1/6 community, right? I know that you can't leave poses in a certain way for long without tearing. Like if you can't just like fold the arms and then leave it sitting there for like a long period of time, it may or may not, but let's just say for those who collect 1/6 like silicone bodies, if you leave it in a certain pose too long, it will tear. And depending on where you are, humidity or not, it may happen sooner than later. So I may not play around with the poses too much with moving the arms back and forth. The head, maybe, I think you can get away with that a little bit, but I think it's cool, you know? And I love what they're trying to do because we always complain about people need to step up and change the game with technology, right? I think they're doing it right now. And that's why I'm like, yo, I don't know how much this stuff is worth when they build it and the products, but I think that this is incredible. And I would love to get my hands on it at a decent price at some point in the future. But I think it's amazing. I can't gloat about this enough, man. I'm like, I think it's incredible. I know I'm ranting about it, but I think it's amazing, man. Kudos to Queen.
Yeah, I mean,
kudos.
Queen is godlike, man. When I saw this, I just couldn't believe it, like how great it is. Yeah, this is a great piece, and it's gonna come home. We're gonna go over the measurements here in just a minute, but
wait, it's coming home?
Oh yeah, this is coming home for sure. Alan, okay, Alan, what do you think, man?
Oh man, I love this piece. I'm trying to justify getting it because I have nowhere to put it, and it doesn't fit with anything I'm collecting at all.
Okay.
But it's just for me, it would be a standalone piece. But it would have to, for me, it would have to be behind glass because with silicone, I'm just afraid every little particle of dust is just going to stick to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it out in the yard and have to use a pressure cleaner to, clean it up. But they did a great job with it. I love that you can articulate it, set it and leave it, and that's it. And I'm with Freddie. The rooted hair, the glass eyes, the porcelain teeth, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what my buddies will say when they walk in and see that thing. They're like, they go crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure where I would fit in my collection, but if I can find a way to justify it to myself, yeah, I would jump in on it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the community was expecting it to do that. I think they were more like, man, it's going to be silicone. It's going to be this, it's going to be great. But when they saw that, they're like, dang, that's different. That's new. And I got to say this too, is that I really feel they thought about that. Moving the joints, hey, this could tear. This could really, over time, this could damage the silicone. And I'm pretty confident they thought about that. And I'm pretty sure they took the right measures to make sure that doesn't happen. However, when I do get this, I'm going to pose it one time, and that's going to be it. It's going to stay that way. I'm never going to mess with it again.
Yo, my J&D got wiggly arms, and I was nervous taking it out. For those who made it to live unboxing, I took it out. Them arms were jiggling. And I was just like, I was so scared, the fact that it was all silicone, just to put it in the case. I'm like, if those arms did move, I'm like, I ain't touching those, man. Like, silicone, man, I don't play.
Yeah. And Freddie, people might be complaining about the $4,400 cost, but I mean, when you think about it, the J&D Wonder Woman at $3,600. This is $800 more for probably 50 pounds more silicone.
Yeah.
But she got silicone booty and silicone boobies. So,
No, she's beautiful, no question about it. But I think when you're looking at it pound for pound, I don't think $4,400 is out of line. I thought it was going to come in around 52.
you did say that.
So,
Yeah.
At 4,400, I was like surprised. I thought that was a good value.
Yeah, I mean, Noah, do you like how it pairs with a Hulkbuster like that? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if we're aware, but the measurements for let me see here. The measurements for the Hulk is going to be 92 centimeters, and the Hulkbuster is 96.6. So it's just a couple of inches taller, the Hulkbuster. So I think they would pair together well. I mean, Noah, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks really good, man. And I can't wait to see this paired next to the LBS Hulk because I know somebody's going to do it.
Yeah,
It's going to look amazing because, similar bases and everything. But yeah, man, I think it looks incredible. I'm sure Equan's already emailing Queen Studios asking if the pants are removable.
Please let them be removed.
My residency.
But the articulation I heard about, but I haven't seen yet until you just showed the video a minute ago. I think it's pretty interesting. I think there's definitely a question of, is it justified by how limited the articulation looks? I would say yes in a way, just because like kind of what Freddie said, it's kind of a game changer. They're trying to do something new. So this is something that I think we're going to look back on and, just for reference from all the future things they may do with where you can articulate things a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's also only a 300 edition size too.
I did see
okay.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Better hurry up, Jimmy.
Yeah, no joke, right? So this is he's a big boy, right? And I'm going to throw this out there because a lot of people are talking about this right now. Is that when you look at LBS, right, Hulk, and you look at this one, they're two different pieces, obviously, right? One is silicone rooted hair. The other one is all polystone. But one's movie, one's comic. That's to me, that's the biggest difference here. Is that's what you're look. If you're all in on comic, that's what you should be getting. Like you should go with LBS, in my opinion. But what I'm building here is movie base, and I would definitely have to go with this one. This is coming home. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's coming home. So I'm gonna. I'll most likely go through. It depends where I have the most points at, but it most likely will be with Todd. But I've got 3 major expensive purchases to make here pretty quick, and this is one of them. So it is definitely.
I have a question though. Like, I know they're 2 different pieces, movie, comic, but like if this was $1 each, LBS and this one, which one would you get if you didn't have either collection? You just wanted the whole, and both of them are $1.
Right.
You have one. Which one do you get?
I would go with this one because it matches my collection better.
No, Jimmy. What I'm saying is your collections. You don't have a collection. You just.
Oh, okay. I don't have a collection. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So what piece do you actually think is the better piece? Overall? Like the whole panel and chat and everything. So.
Yeah, and you still got to ask yourself: are you a movie collector or are you a comic collector? And that's what I would say to myself. Me personally, this is the one that I want. It just is. Look, one of the best Hulks ever made is LBS. There's no doubt about that. To me, one of the best movie Hulks ever made is right here in front of me. This is the one.
This is the best movie Hulk easily.
Yeah, it
For
just
sure.
is.
Like there's nothing even close. Like that Hulk bust we saw earlier looks dated. Like it looks dated. Like the hair on this looks amazing. The skin, the portrait looks awesome. Like it's easily. I don't think that's even a competition right now.
Yeah, the likeness is incredible. I mean, it looks just like him from the movie.
I agree with that. I don't know if anybody caught this. Somebody put this statue and said, "Queen Studios, you're missing something," and they put Loki into the base, like pummeled into the base. How amazing would that be? I don't know if you can get away with it.
When you look at the height too, I mean, obviously the base on Hulkbuster is a little bit taller, so that could very well even out, scale wise.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I do. I mean, if you don't know how big Hulkbuster is, it's just massive in front of you. It's so big. So, but I just feel like this is a piece that just has to come home, only because it matches my collection. I've got the space for it now. I don't know what's going to go into that extra Maji space I have. It was perfect. This is going to go there with the Avengers. So, and movie based.
This or Iron Man?
What's that?
What's coming first, this or Iron Man?
I think this, because I want it so bad. Yeah, so I think this first. And I'm going to start paying these pieces off pretty fast because there's more coming, and it's just going to become way too much. So I'm going to start paying these off. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's definitely coming home.
Well, do we know what that 91 or 92 centimeters in inches? I don't have my calculator here. Anybody know?
So 36.2.
Oh, quick. Okay.
Yeah, 3 feet. Yep.
He is quick.
Wow.
It's a big boy.
That 1/3 Iron Man you've got coming in, Jimmy, from Queen.
Yeah,
that would look amazing with this.
I thought so too. Yeah,
battle damage. Yeah, that battle damaged one.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm getting both. I just know what I'm going to build. Everything is coming together the way that I've photoshopped things and got things, into that shelf. I know it's going to all come together now, and I'm going to do some more photoshopping tonight. So because I have a great idea of how. Well, I can see it already being done.
You're talking yourself into it.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. But I have to get this. There's not a question about it. When I saw it, I had to get it.
With innovation, right, in this collected market, so we know Kojin works, right? J&D, they're coming out. They've already showed it. It's up for order. The Heath Ledger Joker, right? You can get that. It's the same concept Queen is doing, where you can move the Joker's head, fingers, hand, seamless articulation, right?
Yeah.
The same way, and that's a new thing as far as like out there for the masses or whatever. Kojin Works J&D, they put the prices out, the same reaction in the 1/6 community as it is now. It's like, why do I need a seamless head that can move up and down? Why do I need fingers that move and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's innovation, right? It has to start from somewhere, because at some point there was no silicone figures at all, right? But somebody had to do it, and I'm sure somebody out there said the same thing. Why my figures need silicone? It's toys. I don't need it to be. And now we want realism on that level, and people are asking for certain things. And I know the price, so I'm not knocking price because I can't afford a lot of certain things, whatever. But you got to look at it. There are people out there who will pay for these kind of things and this kind of innovation. And there are collectors out there who are doing customs for way more money for 1/6. Same thing with statues. I know there are customs that are cheap, but there are people out there who are getting customs made for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just be like, I will spend $6-7 grand on a statue because no one else is doing it. Just make this for me, right?
Yeah.
They're giving this to you. And mind you, it's with a company where if anything happens, you can send that back and get replacements, right?
Sure.
So you're getting that side of it too. And it's licensed, right? You got to think about that too. And with a company. Do I know if any of this stuff is worth it as far as the cost per pound of silicone and the stuff in the skin and people with the hair and the license? I don't know any of that stuff, right? I don't. I can't say that, well, you can get a bust, Thanos size. Well, I'm like, I don't know how much silicones they use for the head or for this. I don't know, right? But what I know is that you actually need this innovation. Now, at some point, they may make something else and they'll feel, you know what? It's priced too high. Let's make it go down. Or they'll feel like the ES, right, is too high. Let's bring it down to 50 or 60. But I mean, I applaud them because, again, it's innovation. And that's what I want to see companies do. I'm like, keep improving. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? Because if you keep, because remember, like, everybody's competitive. I'm like, you need something to kind of like push people over the limit. And guess what? They do this. Who knows? Infinity Studios is gonna come out with something like, I got you, and it's gonna be cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But this is what this does. I look at this as a good thing, because who knows? Another Hulk come out by J&D, like, anybody just get a Hulk? And they're like, nah, this is the price, or it can do this now. And one last thing, remember, we're getting a Terminator bus where its head can move electronically. So again, this is stepping up the game. There are going to be collectors out there who will be like, what is the point? I don't need it. Why do I need Arnold's head to move left and right? But guess what? I kid you not. There's going to be somebody out there, or there's going to be a few people out there that's like, I need Arnold's head to move. Please make this happen. And they're going to buy it. And they're going to spend, I guarantee you, we're spending what, $5,000 on that Arnold bus? I guarantee you, somebody out there is going to be like, here's $9,000. Let me get that right now. And we're going to be like, yo, y'all crazy. And they're going to be like, all right. So I don't knock the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't at all. I want innovation. And right now, you got a company out there right now, actually multiple companies out there. Their whole, if you look at the factories, you know, Jimmy, they're making statues, making robots that are moving and that can follow you as you walk and all this other stuff. And they putting that's coming out on the market soon. You're going to see statues that's talking back to you, AI, it's moving and all this other stuff. And it's going to be incorporated into a lot of our statues. So everybody out there who's fronting, you can stay fronting if you want to. I just want mine in stone. That's fine. That's you. But they got people out there who wants this. That's what I have to say. Innovation, man.
AI statue, that's funny. Talking shit back to you, like, what man, fucking man, look out of here, bro.
You're gonna get a little actual Chucky doll.
Yeah,
you know?
That's all.
It's coming, man.
That'd be fucking scary, man. Like it goes in your kitchen at night. Like, what the hell's going on now?
What's that movie with Bruce Willis? That was a cool one. It was like these like AI, and they kind of they all kind of I guess turned evil or something like that. It's not Terminator. The concept's a little bit different.
Terminator?
Bruce Willis, he was a cop, and some machine basically committed murder. And Bruce Willis
is always a cop.
Man, it had robots. Y'all gotta make me find it. You don't remember this movie?
Bruce, well, I remember him being in a movie called Surrogates, which was kind of like a.
That's what it was. Surrogates. That's it.
Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was robots. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Was that robots? Yeah, that was more. Yeah, that was more like dialing your consciousness or something into through like a virtual reality thing. But you're right; it was real, actual robots. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I gotta watch.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Because basically, like these robots were starting to do stuff for people, and Bruce Willis, he's an old school cop. It's like he don't believe in any of this stuff, so he wants to take them all down. But you know, he's trying to get behind the murder and all this other stuff. But you know, Terminator, AI.
Hey man, iRobot, that's the one that I'm.
That's another one.
Yeah. I mean, AI is coming, and it's coming fast.
It is coming. Don't bring that movie up. Oh.
That's that and Terminator are like the worst case scenario. So let's just think positive.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, Brian spoke to it a little bit about pricing, and Freddie spoke to it as well. Alan, do you think that this is worth the price of admission? I know you talked about rooted hair, silicone skin. I mean, do you think it's worth the price of admission?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Spit it out. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
4,400, like I said, it came in less than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
How much planning, especially now that they've articulated this, how much planning and engineering goes into this?
Exactly.
I mean, they got to get their money back for all of the R&D that they put into this.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't like pop out of a mold someplace.
Right.
There's a lot of. I bet you they've got 2 to 3 years planning before we got to yesterday.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with that price, especially based on what I see going on in the other companies putting out there.
Yeah.
Plus, you've got the licensing. How much does it cost for Ruffalo to sign off on this?
Yep.
So I'm not scared away by 44. I mean, I may not buy it, but it's still a chunk of money.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I saw the price tag, and it didn't scare me because I knew this was going to be expensive from day one. Seeing as we talked about this when they did the teaser, that I didn't know it was going to be that much, but I knew it would be a lot, and I knew I was going to buy it regardless. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I just know that I need it in my collection, and I know it'll be a great piece once it's displayed correctly with the Iron Man and all the Avengers. It's going to look great. So,
So what happens in 6 to 8 months when Infinity comes out with a half scale all silicone Ruffalo Hulk?
yeah,
Because
I'll be
it could be in the
passing on that.
pipeline. We just don't know about it, but it could be in the pipeline.
Yeah, it could be. I think that this fits better for me because of the space that I have, and in the Maji space, that's where it'll fit perfectly at. I measured it out. I measured it out, so I knew that's where it's going. Yeah, this is high priority on my list, but first comes the Bell Busts. That's what would be the one that I lock down
Nice.
first.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all that lineup? I don't know if you have it, Jimmy, but you think those other pieces in that lineup is going to be also movable silicone as well?
Great question.
I think it was Scarlet Witch.
And
What was the other one?
Thor.
That's got Thor as well.
Thor.
That's it though. They won't the T's 4.
Because in my mind, I'm like, you wouldn't just have the Hulk like this and not make the rest movable. That's what I'm thinking.
That sounds right, but Iron Man wasn't movable.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's not silicone, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just I think he's the exception. I think maybe I don't know.
Yeah, and Freddie, that might be why they did the articulation with this, because of the fact that it's silicone and it's pliable and it can move.
That's
So
true.
it made,
Also,
it made more sense with this.
True, and I don't think Thor is gonna have too much silicone. You have more than Scarlet Witch probably though. So I don't know if like the articulation would be in maybe with the head sculpt maybe. That's about it though, I think.
If you could press a button on this and it said Hulk smash in from the movie, that would be badass.
No, what I was thinking, what they should have done articulate was his mouth, like going like open.
Oh yeah.
That's what they should have done. But arms and head, I guess.
So they did that. They did that, Marcos and Allen, with Grogu for Hot Toys, right? And people had to take them back because when you play with the mouth, it comes open when you try to close it and you keep it closed, the chin would rip, and that was that was a QC issue, and a lot of people would send it back, and they would say, hey, don't close the mouth, or don't leave it closed for too long, right? Because you have to like keep it open, and that was like a big thing.
I was thinking more like they just had a speaker in the base of the statue that would, like I'd love to have an Arnold Dutch that would yell, "Get to the chopper!" That would be so cool.
That would be good. If they made any Arnold face, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing. That'd be the one to get, I think.
Ugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
Day one pre-order from all of us.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, for me, it's Dylan. If they get to do Dylan, dude, I'm all in. I'm going Jungle Hunter and everything.
You're all
Well,
about Dylan, man.
I love Dylan.
Well, then you need articulation in the biceps. So
He went out like a G.
He did go out like a G, man. He did.
Hey, RP Carl Weathers though, right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know that their Scarlet Witch, Cap, or not Cap, Scarlet Witch Thor will be next. I don't know which one, but I look forward to seeing them. And I think John had mentioned, I think every quarter they were going to launch one, like announce one. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and what they do next. I feel like they need Cap, don't you, Freddie? Like they need Captain America.
Yeah, you need Cap, man. You need Cap. He's part of the big three, like the Trinity, right? Cap, Thor, Iron Man. So
yeah.
Give me a Hawkeye though too, man. Shit, articulate his bow and arms. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be good.
Now you're gonna anger people, and they're gonna be like, "You see, Hot Toys." You get people in. Are they really gonna get mad?
No, that'd be funny. But I think that would be a perfect one to like articulate because the bow and arrow. You can have you can move it like sideways, up. Like that'd be an easy one to do. I think.
Sure. So what's stopping them from doing Thanos next? 1/3. What's stopping them from doing like the villains next? Dude, that'd be amazing to have.
That'd be
Yeah, I
crazy.
guess see how this one sells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. That's what it is. I think the whole line
Yeah.
is dependent on this.
Mhm. Yeah, I kind of hit into John a little bit about a 1/3 Thanos, but he just kind of smiled. He didn't really say.
Something.
Maybe whatever. So yeah, so
You know,
we need to get him liquored up, man. Start talking with him some more. Talking a little bit more. But
like
yeah.
just chill out, man. Ain't nobody watching tonight. Go ahead, speak your mind.
Come on, Jimmy, tell us.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next with the line. And congratulations to Queen Studios for doing something innovative and taking risks and just continuing to do amazing work. I'm blown away. That would be it. Oh, Aiden, please, man, please. If they did this, I would be in for sure.
I mean, no one does Ultron really in the movie, like the movie version at all.
That would be amazing. It would be.
That'd be cool.
They did show this today, and I can't say I'm familiar with it, but Freddie, I'm pretty sure you are, and I was wondering if you got it. So I saw I went waitlisted. Lane told me I went waitlisted.
Oh yeah, they did that thing again, man, on Sideshow where they did the drop, and it was a limited edition of 800. So they did a queue, and you had to be there before the queue opens. Or when the queue opens, but you want to be like early. But it doesn't matter because they have like a window where it's just like everybody just gets in this queue at this hour mark or 30-minute mark or what have you. And then once it opens and the queue is over and they open the line, then the numbers are randomized. And so you could have been the first one for all we know, right in there. Doesn't matter. Once it opens up for orders, then it generates and you could say like, hey, you got number like 3,000, which some people did,
sure,
something like that, and then you have to wait. And mind you, it's only 800 here in the U.S. in terms of stock. So, hey man, like whoever, this is not for me, but a lot of people are out there who does troopers, and yeah, this sold out pretty quick, man.
What is this? What is this trooper from? Is it from anything, or is it just something that they put together? Hot Toys.
No, it's from man, is it? I think it's from. Is it from the game? I can't remember.
Trooper, the Umbra Operative. I never even heard of this before, but I do know that it. I posted it on Godlike, and it was already waitlisted when I posted it there. And Lane had said, I think Lane had mentioned that he was in line and he just couldn't get one. But it sold out quick. And one thing about Hot Toys I really appreciate is how you can pose them any way you want. I really like that a lot. But these aren't for me, but I thought it was cool. And anybody that missed out, sorry, man. I know it was very limited. But Freddie, were you interested in getting this at all? Or
No, only because I'm still trying to secure a lot of the OT figures and the prequels because you have a lot of them on order right now. Like Mace Windu, Padme just got released. I'm still waiting for my artisan Anakin. So like I have a lot of the prequels on order. There's a few I still need. Same thing with the couple of figures from the prequels. I mean the OT I need. So they've re-released a lot of that.
Yeah.
So once I get those key people and I get it in hand, then I'll start doing a couple of the troopers, like some clone troopers and stuff like that. So I'm not that far deep yet where I can say, hey, let me start getting some troopers. So
yeah.
This one's pretty cool though. I mean, I just looked it up. It's from Battlefront 2.
Yes,
he's got like that whole Savage oppressed kind of look to him. It's pretty cool. Did they ever make a Queen Amidala?
Hot Toys hasn't, but a third company has made a Queen Amidala that has been released already, and there's another one that's up for order now, an unlicensed company doing a Queen Amidala in another uniform. So one has released already and one is out for order, which it looks pretty decent, by the way. It's not great, but it looks good. the body's not it, but it's more about like the face sculpt and the clothing, right? It's just more for like, you just put in the background, like behind some figures, just to like complete the line. It's nothing to like, put it directly in the forefront and be like, oh wow, that's so.
That would be one. If Hot Toys did that, I would buy that one for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually considering the Padme one too.
Okay.
And I don't collect 6 scale, but there's certain ones that I would go for.
Yes. My anticipated is Mace Windu. Like I'm waiting for that to be real. I have that on order. Like I need that one badly.
They're making that?
Yeah.
Yes. Hot Toys. Yeah, it's on order. I don't know if it's sold out on Sideshow, but you can still get it.
Sideshow needs to do a Mace Windu statue in general. Like honestly, that'd be an easy sellout. I feel like they do that Mythos line, right? That's what it's called, Mythos. They should do 100%.
I love that line, the Mythos line.
Oh, it's fine, man. It's 1/5 though, right? 1/5. So
it is 1/5.
But it's still it looks good though. It really does.
Yeah.
In art. Oh shoot.
Yeah, in art teases. I saw this today, my in art, and they have Pattinson, man. It looks really good. It's to me right now. I mean, now mind you, this is 1/6, but it's really hard to beat the J&D and Prime One piece. Likeness. But the likeness looks great here. I don't think it's on point though. I think it's like it's close, but I think it's off. I mean, Noah, what do you think about the likeness on this?
I mean, I think it's really, really close. I think it looks pretty good, but yeah, it's it's a lot smaller scale.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's comparable to J&D's, but the hair looks a little bit different in this one.
Okay.
But it's still good. It's still really good. I think with Pattinson's likeness, I think it just kind of comes down to preference for a lot of people because everybody says that their version's the most accurate. So it's just kind of
No,
yeah,
I
it looks
agree
good
with
though.
that. Okay. Yeah. What do you give this on a scale of 1 to 10, Alan? About the likeness, what do you think about this? Do you think it looks like him?
No.
Okay.
I have to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
When I first look at it right now, it reminds me of the actor from Dune.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of too.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet. It looks more like.
It doesn't look like Pattinson to me. If it were my money, I mean, I understand the scale is different, but the J&D version and the Prime One Blitzway version, I think are the two best.
Yes.
The scale is different, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Jimmy, are there more pictures, or just there's only two?
Yeah, we have one. I saw this one as well. They have this as well.
There's only two though.
Yeah, there's only two.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it looks good. I think the unmasked portrait I think needs work, but I think that looks great. But I think the likeness is just there's something about it that's off to me. Look, if you're getting this, congratulations. I'm not trying to dog on this piece, but I am saying that it needs some work, but it's just not for me. Brian, what do you think about the likeness? Do you think it's on point or?
No, I would agree. I would say it doesn't really. I mean, you can tell who it is, obviously.
Sure,
but yeah, when you're comparing J&D and Prime One, I mean, those guys have just really nailed it, and this is definitely off. I thought the same thing. I thought it looked a lot like Timothy Chalamet. I don't know why, but it does. But with the cowl on, I think it looks really good with the cowl on for sure. Much better with that one.
Yeah, I agree. Freddie, what do you think?
I think it's fine. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as to say he looks like Paul Atreides, but I think it's good. You know what, man? Let me tell you, Twilight Batman, he's like number 6 on the list.
Yeah.
I put him ahead of like Clooney, but I make fun. I mean, he's not a bad Batman. I make fun of him in jokes. So I'm not saying that he did it bad. I think he's a really good Batman.
Yeah.
But overall, as far as like right now, because there's gonna be 3 movies. Right now, as far as him being that Bruce Wayne figure, where it's like I need to see his like scope, and to have that portrayed, I'm like, yo, man, that's Bruce Wayne Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I got this for me, which I probably end up getting it somewhere in the future, because I like the movie. I would always have him like with the cowl on because I don't care about him that much to be like, I gotta see his face. You know, if it's Michael Keaton, I'm having him with his mask off. I need to see my boy Keaton with the cowl off to show off his realism, like that Blitzway that's coming out. I'm like, I want to see my boy's face, right? And him having the cowl in his hand and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the same with Batfleck. You know what I mean? I need to see his face, you know, as far as if I'm putting him up or whatnot, because it's a movie. I want to see the face, right? But there are certain pieces like this, I'm like, you know, I'm like, you know, him, I'll have, like, back here, I have my Queen Studios Batman. I only had what's his name's face up for maybe like 2 weeks, and I put the cowl on, and I was like, he's not really my Batman like that, you know, where I'm just like, I need to see his face, you know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with like, but I know people are getting this to like get the face sculpt. So I'm just saying for me personally, like I'm not really buying it to like have it. It's good to have, you know, well, like, hey, yeah, I got it, you know, pop it on or whatever. But like for me, I don't need perfection out of him. You know, for Bruce Wayne, my Bruce Wayne Keaton, like for me, that's where I'm the hardest critic. I'll tell you what's off. I'm like, so, but this, I'm like, like I don't care really. Like,
it could be the light. It could be the lighting too.
Okay,
you know?
guys, I'm gonna be the odd man out. I'm not a figure collector. This is just bad pictures. I actually looked at their website. It's better than J&D and Prime.
Dang, really?
This is awful pictures, and I'm not joking. 100%.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it really does just come down to lighting. You know,
it does.
Lighting
I'm not a
and
J&D Pattinson piece. I actually don't like that piece that much. The Prime one, I like a good bit. Honestly, for 1/6 scale, it's really good. Like not this picture. This picture is actually bad.
Is there more, Marcos?
I'm looking it up right now too.
Just go on their website, like in art. I think Queen or in art, one of the two. I just looked up. It looks
they have them. Okay.
like it's so much.
So Hot Toys, they actually released their version of Patterson, and I like that sculpt better than this. And I'm not taking away from this sculpt at all. Cause I've seen all the pictures. I think it looks good. But I like Hot Toys, like head sculpt. I think they nailed that one.
And I'm giving one more movie to Pattinson because his first movie, you know, he was emo Batman, obviously. His Bruce Wayne was abysmal, but his Batman was the best Batman we've seen on screen. So that's the hope I have.
That's up to debate, but okay.
He's not a mass murderer, so that's a good thing. That's a good start. But no, his Bruce Wayne is. They got to improve on that. Him and Matt Reeves, like 100%. His Bruce Wayne's awful. But
I think it was intentional though.
No, I get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving this second movie. If he's still emo Batman second movie, they just don't know who Bruce Wayne is. Obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
They know who Batman is. Like they got the Batman down for sure.
Yep.
You know, the no kill rule, his fighting abilities. The suit is I like it a lot. It's not my favorite, but it's a good suit. But yeah, we're seeing the second movie. I'm super excited about it. So we'll see.
Because I thought Christian Bale was more of a Bruce Wayne in Batman 1 in the Batman Begins. Because it's basically going through training and like you actually seen him like be Bruce Wayne for the whole movie, literally.
I loved it. I love how he was like the playboy, you know, like buying a hotel, restaurant, everything. Like, I loved it. He had the best Bruce Wayne you've had so far. Keaton wasn't bad. He was just like in the middle on everything. Like he was a solid Batman, a solid Bruce Wayne. He wasn't.
See, Keaton is my Batman. He's my Batman and my Bruce Wayne.
Same, Brian. Yep.
See, like me, I grew up on Batman animated series, so that's my Batman, Bruce Wayne.
I got you.
It's most comic accurate.
Marco, stop this with the cartoons, man. We're talking movies and shows.
Don't act like it wasn't the best.
I'd rather you would have said Adam West. You're talking about animated.
What?
God, man.
That's Batman.
It's goated. I'm not saying that. Animated series is goated, but come on, man.
but
animated series.
Marcos, you are right though. If you look up more pictures of that specific Pattinson, that NR one, it looks way better than these other pictures. It looks really good.
It's not even close, honestly. So
yeah, that's just a bad picture. It looks really good.
NR just did an awful job with those pictures. Like I don't know why they put those out.
I looked at it on their website. I still not sold. I don't know.
I think it looks a lot better. It looks a lot like him. The hair could maybe use a little work, but
that's what throws me off the hair. You know, it's but you know, some people aren't going to display that. They'll do it with the cowl only, like Freddie.
Yeah, that's me.
and that's it could be.
Yeah, Batman without a cowl. That's not really Batman. So
Freddie, there's a question for you, man.
Hmm?
There's a question for you.
Oh, well, right now the table's blocking it temporarily because I'm doing a lot of unboxings, but it's right there.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I have
Freddie,
figures.
which Ecto is that? That's the Blitzway? Because they have a weathered version from Afterlife, right?
Yeah, this is the Afterlife one that I
is
have.
the one. Okay.
Yeah, the original right now, and they want like 5K, close to it. 4 to 5K. I'm like, I ain't doing that. So
that or Hulk, right?
oh yeah. So
yeah.
I'd love to see some close-up pictures of that that Ecto one. That thing is
we
awesome.
did an unboxing.
I'll put up some pics soon, so I'll have the figures with it as well.
Freddie, you still hold the
Brian, it's awesome, dude.
yeah. Freddie holds the record for the most views for our unboxing with J&D Wonder Woman. That's the most views.
Boobies, baby, boobies and booty.
Silicone woman.
Well, of course, Marco, you're correct, sir.
No, it's also a great beef too, but
So on that note, I got to take off, guys. Thank you for having me. Have a great rest of the show.
Good to see you.
Nice hanging with you, Brian.
See you guys.
Good to see you, Brody.
See you, man. Thanks for getting on, sir. And Noah, I'll let you start, man. I saw this today, and I thought about you. This is from this is the Way Studios. I'm not familiar with this line at all, but what is this? Techman Blade. This looks cool. Somebody posted in the chat earlier or online so that they love the series, but I've never even heard of it before. But I thought it was super cool the way that they laid it out and did it. Have you heard of this before?
Yeah, I actually have a diecast figure from Techman Blade. So it's a series. I've seen a little bit of it, but I just love the mech design. It's on my list of stuff to watch.
Okay.
I think the statue looks amazing. I mean, I love everything that Way Studio is doing, but I just, dude, I don't have any room for them right now. I want one of them so bad, but like they're so huge too. I love the Power Rangers pieces they do too, and even the Pacific Rim ones are cool. But yeah, this one's cool. I think the explosion effect a little bit different. It does look nicely detailed, but it looks kind of a little bit odd. And the smoke effect is a little weird too, but it's definitely in that Way Studio style. But through the Crow art print, I don't think she did. No, I'll have to look that up and show it to her. Yeah, we actually, I just watched The Crow the other day with her for the first time. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, you've never seen that before?
I saw it, but it's so distant in my mind that I didn't remember anything. Like I just remembered, a couple screenshots. Really is all. I watched it 10 years ago or more. So we rewatched the whole thing, and I really liked it a lot. So, but but Techman Blade is really cool from what I've seen, and I think it's really great that Way Studios is diving into this. I just any mechs they want to keep making, like I'm down for it, man. Like I love it. So there's a lot of the mech statues usually, or Evangelion and a couple other major IPs. So it's cool to see some of the somewhat smaller ones like Techman Blade and other ones get made. So yeah, I dig it, man. The weathering is amazing on that.
Dude, that's what got me. The weathering and the ladder feature with that looks awesome, man. I love Iron Man weathered and where you can still see all the light up feature in it. That's why I love Hulkbuster so much. But this looks amazing. Anybody a fan of the series? Congrats if you're getting this because it just looks awesome. Marcus, do you like it?
That's a little.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Figure, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I love seeing that weathering. Yeah, it looks great, man.
So Jimmy, I've never watched it, but I know about it. Like kind of how Noah said. It's a big anime back in the day, obviously. But like Noah said, dude, like Way Studio, whatever they want to do mecha wise, let them have it because they're doing an amazing job. Obviously, like Pacific Rim line, that line is amazing. I hope. Noah, do you know if they do have like a Ava line? I swear I haven't seen the piece for them.
I don't think they do yet. I mean, at least on if I go on Spec Fiction, I mean, I see Pacific Rim, Power Rangers, and Techman Blade. That's pretty much it so far.
I know they're a newer company, so that makes sense. But like, if they get that Ava line, That's me.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
I mean-
I would love if they did a gunbuster or something too. That'd be amazing,
Yeah.
or a Mazinger or.
They're already doing all the mecha stuff that Prime 1 has done. I think Prime 1 has done some great mecha stuff, especially with the Ava line. I think they were blow them out the water though. But that can you go back to like, the explosion effect?
Yeah.
That does need some work though. I think honestly, it's a little off. It looks too fake. I would say
It's a little bubbly. I don't know.
bubbly,
I agree.
Yeah,
but no, everything else.
it looks like it looks like the foam you use. You know, like the spray foam.
So there's Pixar did a
It
piece.
does.
Yeah, so Pixar did a piece of Datara, and they had explosions just like that, and they look so amazing. So like, I see the difference between that and this, and like obviously I think they missed on that part, but overall the statue's awesome. And like I said, any mecha piece they want to do, let them have it. Like any IP, just let them have it. Way Studios killing it. That and also that bus, the White Ranger, the Tommy Power Ranger, it was
Yeah.
like I think it was like $1,200. It wasn't even expensive. So
Mhm.
like if you want that piece, is fuck man, it's not expensive at all. So they'll get
Yeah.
it.
I agree with you, Noah. It needs work on the base. They need to look at that a little closer. But it's very hard to argue how great they did with the character and the paint job. That looks really awesome. Fix that base. I think that we're in the business here. I really
Light up
like
feature would be awesome on that base. Like if they did like a
it. Mhm.
not translucent resin, but like a semi.
Kind of like what they did for the Alita Motorball or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly.
cool.
Yeah, perfect. Or like I said, that Datara piece is not like translucent resin, but it's like a piece you can get a light up feature through it, and you can see through it. So
Well, the Deadpool that Sideshow did.
Mhm.
I don't know the name of the piece, but there's an explosion under him. It's like transparent. You can look down into the explosion happening. Do you know?
oh,
the piece,
you're
Mark?
talking about oh my gosh, where like he has a rocket launcher and everything. He's like pointing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I forgot the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they do have a nice
Yeah.
little on that one.
Okay.
yeah, that's got a cool explosion. And yes, that Alita Motorball
Yeah,
has an awesome explosion behind her.
I think it's called Deadpool Heat Seeker. I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
And no, I can't believe you didn't get that Alita yet.
Dude, I have no room, man. I'm totally out of space.
Poor guy.
That's literally the only even box space. It's like somehow the amount of storage I have for boxes has like perfectly correlated with how much I can fit in this room, and I'm just
Wow.
totally maxed out. So I'm.
And
I was talking to Jimmy the other day. I have a couple I may end up selling, but it's like I've been so busy at work lately. So I just maybe in a week or two I'll go through and kind of assess what I might want to get rid of and make room, because otherwise I just don't know what I'm going to do.
so
don't have
yeah.
any space.
So is that your plan, Noah? You're going to sell a few pieces to make room for others?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, because I'm
Okay.
trying not to cancel anything I have coming in. I really don't want to cancel Tuscallion, but it's like I have nowhere to put it. So
I know that feeling.
stuff like that. So we'll see. But there's always something cool that's going to come out, and it's like, and then you just have to weigh. Do you want this one more than a certain piece you currently have? So it's just always the struggle. So
Yeah, I mean, somebody asked today and then the other day too, if I plan on doing a room tour, and I promise I will. Let me just get everything set up with the new cases and things, and have them displayed properly, and then I will. We'll get that set up. We'll do that.
cool.
But yeah, I mean, Alan, do you like this piece, or I mean, what do you think about it?
I don't really know the character,
Mm-hmm.
but as far as the composition and everything, it's very cool looking. I like it. I like, again, like you said, the weathering,
Mm-hmm.
battle damage, the light up feature. It's very cool looking. I just don't know the character.
Yeah, same. I mean, this is I'm not familiar with the series, but I can really appreciate the statue. But
This would be something Marcos might be interested in.
yeah, exactly. I thought Marcus would like
Not
it.
me, not me. I'm not big into anime in general. That's just not me.
Okay,
Okay.
I may have to watch this, see what it's like. But yeah, this is good. I mean,
Yeah, if they did a gunbuster statue, I'd be all in.
okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get rid of your computer, man, and start putting statues over there on that side.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually how things used to be. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I used to have them. The shelves running the opposite direction in this room. I had two behind me, and then two right here in front of me. So,
Oh, wow.
and it was just slightly too crowded, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Wait till I get that module space in here. We're gonna know what we're crowded means in here.
Yeah.
But I measured it out, to be honest, and it's not much bigger than what I have here. So
Mhm.
now mine is gonna take the whole wall, but I mean, it'll be worth it because the pieces are going in, and it's gonna be. I just can't wait to see it all to come together.
Mhm.
It's gonna be great. Okay, Freddie. I thought about you today, sir, and we'll do. I guess we'll do it live here. Whenever you're ready to pull the trigger.
We're live.
Oh,
They finally teased Gozer today, 1/4 scale statue, and I love the exclusives with the dog. I love I mean, honestly, if you get this, you gotta have the dogs with it. There's no question about it. You gotta have the dogs with it. But Freddie, are you all in on this?
Day one, man.
Okay.
He says.
He got me, man. He got me.
Yeah.
He got me, man. Honestly, I don't even need. I mean, I want to get it down the road. It's not going to be priority because I got figures and an Ecto, so I'm good to get the 4 Ghostbusters. But I am totally going to take this. I want this. I'm going to put it in the display right behind me, man. Like,
Wow.
yeah, she's just so menacing. And them dogs, man. Gozer, and you got Gatekeeper and Keymaster and Turd Dogs. I seen this. I was like, that's what I wanted to see. The colors. I was like, show me. I want to see what it looked like, painted and everything like that. And I was like, they did phenomenal. And I can't wait till he shows it with the 4. Like, I want to see that like in a whole like diorama.
Yeah.
But man, this is awesome, man. And there's no statue out there with Gozer or the Terror Dogs in this size, this scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is coming home, man. I gotta get it.
Yeah, I think that seeing this together is. I mean, I'm gonna throw this out there. Can anybody do Can anybody beat PCS with Ghostbusters and TMNT? It's hard, man. It's so hard because they do such a great job with it, And now this. Who else has done this, Freddie? Has anyone done this?
No one. You can get this in obviously like the 112s, the 110s, the little small flake stuff or whatever. 1/6 hasn't even tackled this yet. You know what I'm saying? And like Gozer, like I've been waiting for somebody to do Gozer. First of all, I mean, you could get Terror Dogs, and what people do, they'll take like the like it's Kenner or whatever company that is. They have like the Terror Dolls that's like in 112, and they'll pretend and put it with the display. They're small and all that stuff or whatever. So you can kind of get away with that. I mean, they're not as good. They're toys, but to have this whole setup with the steps and the stone buildings.
Yep.
Come on, man. I was like, I need this. And what I would love, and I think Ant teased it or he said it, man, a Marshmallow Man. If I could put a head in the background or like half of a torso, like behind this, I'll like, man, like here, take my credit card, man. It's all yours.
Well, I was close to. I was going to go
Marshmallow Man.
I was going to go Avengers, or I was going to go Ghostbusters in the case I had left. I was very close to getting this and the Ghostbusters with it, but I think I'm going with the Avengers line. But man, this is so hard to pass up. I think it's fantastic. No one's done it. I think it's great. I think I'll make an amazing display. I really do.
Yeah, I'm dropping that deposit, man. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so great. What do you think, Alan? Do you like this?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, very much. I like the pose.
Yeah.
Her pose is like perfect. The likeness looks spot on.
Right.
I like the building pieces that the dogs are standing on with that Art Deco look, like right out of the top of a building in New York. Yeah, it's just awesome, and also it looks like they've done like a marble kind of texture or paint job going on the steps. Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to buy this just to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they captured the spirit of the dogs and Gozer Because first of all, them dolls look menacing. Both of their sculpts. Like I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, if I seen these two like look like this in real life coming at me, I'm peeing my pants. And Gozer, like, because if you saw the movie, she's like ballerina, acrobatic, Spider-Man-y, like the way she moves and jumps and stuff like that. And just her standing, like walking, like you get that like action pose, and like just looking at her like that. Look, it literally looks like she's like ballerina in her way to like towards me. You know what I'm saying?
No, they captured it perfectly.
Yeah, that cat-like walk. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks so good.
Yeah, no, this is iconic. And who's going to tackle this ever?
Nobody. Like nobody.
Exactly. So if you're a fan of this, it's like get it now.
Damn, I want this too. Sorry.
All I see is this scene, and I hear her ask and choose your destroyer, man. I like every time. I'm just like.
Oh, I thought you said, "Are you a god?"
Like everybody, clear your minds. Clear your minds. Don't think of anything. It's done. Like, what do you mean it's done? I didn't say anything. Did you say anything? Everybody looked at Ray. I'm like, come on, dude. Ray, what did you do, man?
Classic, man.
I love this movie so much. I love Ghostbusters, man. I'm a geek for this. Like, this is one of my favorite properties.
It's such a classic. Noah, I'll be hurt, man. But have you seen this before, Ghostbusters?
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but yeah, I definitely it's familiar to me. I recognize it, yeah. But it's another one that I got to rewatch again.
You could stay in the club, Noah. You're safe.
I love it, and I really enjoyed the movie. It's just been a long time. So, but it's a hell of a diorama, man. It's gonna look great.
Oh my God, it's like this is probably the best I've seen for Ghostbusters. But Freddie, I know you're set on the actual Ghostbusters, but I mean, how amazing would it look to have it in a case with all four Ghostbusters and this behind it on a riser, and then maybe even a proximity of Marshmallow somewhere in there.
I'm gonna do it, man. I'm telling you, man. Give me at least maybe like almost 2 years, a year and a half, like to get the other four. I'm gonna do a diorama with this, man.
Okay.
I just want to secure this. I want to secure this, have it, and I'm like, and then I'll make my way, maybe get a couple of deals or whatever. I'll get all four, the Ghostbusters or whatever, and I'll complete it in a Maji K set. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to lock this in, man, because I'm just like, I need this in like statue form. It looks so good.
Marcos, did you like this when you saw it? Did you like? Are you fan of the movie?
I think the statue looks good. I just don't understand Ghost. I don't understand the hype. I'm sorry, guys. Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
I don't understand it. I've watched it plenty of times. I watched it. I studied it. I still don't understand the hype around it.
Okay.
I know Freddie's about to throw some hands.
I
get it. I just don't understand it.
Paranormal activity. Ghosts.
It's not fun to me. It's not. Okay. It's just a movie that people love. I respect it.
Did you actually watch Ghostbusters, Marcos?
Yes, I have.
Like, I know. I'm not talking about put it on and then you like making lunch and then you talking on the phone and it's playing and then you
dialed in multiple times. I'm like, I still do. But I'm not a big Bill Murray fan. He's a big part.
That's what I was about to ask you next. Because if you don't,
one of the most overrated comedians. For sure.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, even with him in it or not,
I love Dan Aykroyd, and I love Dan Aykroyd in what's called Blues Brothers. That's one of my favorite movies. I love Blues Brothers, but like, I don't get the Bill Murray hype.
Saturday Night Alumni, man.
Bobby Lee was funny though for like 5 minutes. That's what Bill Murray's good for. 5 minutes. That's it.
But do you like the concept of Ghostbusters? Do you like the concept of Ghostbusters?
It does nothing for me, honestly. It's not a.
To each their own.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hating on it. I know the hype around it, not just hype, but the love people have for it. I don't get it. That's just me.
Okay.
Put it this, I love One Piece, and people don't love One Piece too. I get it.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing.
Right. Yeah.
1,000 plus episodes. With One Piece, I understand. People don't like it.
Okay. Marco's not a fan.
Great piece. Great piece. Though. They did a great job on that. And it is a guy wrong. Oh, I love this piece. So, God damn it.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, Marcos, are you getting it?
Like, this is 100% buy for me.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
Wow.
I love the fastball. I love
Love it.
I
Love
love
it.
the comic dial of this, and I thought it was just amazing. I really did.
Yeah.
I think this is going to come home to a lot of X-Men collectors. It is. Um, no, I know you like X-Men. Do you like this piece?
Oh yeah, man, I think it's sick. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
Wolverine's pose is cool. I love how he's in his hand like that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
He's about to launch him.
yeah,
That's really creative for statue, man. I love it.
yeah. I think it's from the comic where he fastballs him. They call it the fastball.
Mhm.
He throws
They
him.
did it in the movies too. They did it in the movies.
They
They
did?
kind of
Okay.
not with one arm, but they did like a throw. Um,
Right.
and those first like X-Men, like I think it was X-Men 3. They really did it, but
Mhm.
no, dude, this piece is awesome. I was so happy they're doing 1/4 on it because their dials have been in the past 1/5, 1/6, I think,
Yeah.
and out of nowhere they've been doing 1/4 dio. So awesome for Sideshow. This is amazing. I love the Colossus. I love Colossus, the character. He's a dork, and I love him.
Yeah.
And then Wolverine, is Wolverine. So like,
Yeah.
not much to sell on him. It's a great piece, great pose. 1/4, and it has an option for the 1/6 with the comic, behind them if you want to do it, and you don't have to do it with the 1/6 or 1/5. I think it's scale it is. So
Yeah.
good job. I think this is better than the Batman Joker diorama. That's just my opinion, though. But
Yeah.
I think it's better. So
You
Yeah.
getting deluxe,
Great.
Marcos?
so they only have, from what I can remember off the top of my head, they have a premium format version, which is this right here, in 1/4, and then they have the like 1/5 version with the
Comic.
and have the comic background and everything like that. But for the premium format, I just know it's just this right here. So
Man, it's so cool.
it's so cool, man. Like, see, that's the 1/4 version. It matches up perfectly with almost everything. So
Yeah. That
Awesome.
looks good.
and someone did how you do, Jimmy, like that you like kind of render things out. They
Mhm.
put the sideshow this piece right here and the sideshow Juggernaut like face to face. It looked great.
Wow.
It looked cool.
Well,
Man.
I think I did see somebody do that. I
And
did.
I don't know who did it. Like, whoever did it, good for you. And I hope you have those pieces. It's gonna look awesome. So
No,
Yeah. I mean, I think this is gonna be a great piece. Whoever picks this up, and
but the
congrats.
thing is, though, obviously, how heavy is Wolverine? Because it's just one little foot.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's the big issue. Obviously, if he weighs like 1 pound, then
Yeah.
issues. But we'll see.
That's a great bring, Marcus. I don't know, man.
I mean, a tough one right there. Like, I haven't seen a piece with just like one. One. Like, it's not gonna be a big peg either because it's a hand. It's not like a thigh or something like that. So
Right.
that's gonna be an issue for sure. Well, I bet you that Wolverine weighs like at most 5 pounds, like at most.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It looks
Hey,
great. though.
so Marcos, how does the 1/5 scale? You saying like I don't know. I just know it comes with 2 versions, and I've seen it, but like how's the scaling wise, and like what's the
It's-
difference
It-
aside
it's,
from the comic?
so it's
being
small.
the-
It's just smaller than this, basically. That's all it is. It's just smaller characters. And then,
So the paint and everything is the same, and the comic. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
the comic is just the difference in the scale.
so it's like,
Smaller, just saying.
Jimmy can bring it up. I don't know if you can. It's like a comic like book background on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's shooting him out of the comic,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
I think I did see
And
that.
it's smaller. Okay.
That's all it is. That's the only difference. Like it's the same exact
Okay.
piece besides that. But I just know the premium format version is just this right here. So,
If they had it available in this size, would you get it or no?
with the comic book thing,
Yeah.
so I was thinking about that too. That's a good question. It's like, because like my whole like Marvel stuff is mainly Deadpool, so it actually would fit my Deadpool thing because he breaks the fourth wall and everything. So I'm like, I maybe would think about that, but I don't know. I think I would like this version right here more. But the comic version, I don't hate. I actually do like the idea of it, So it's a toss up for me. But I do like this version right here a little bit more. The Sideshow's, man, they've been doing great work, honestly. Like,
They have.
especially with the fucking formats. Like, I got a couple of them this year, and or this past year, and they're awesome. So good for them.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up now. I don't see the. Oh, here we go. Let me see.
Yeah, it should just be on their website.
Yeah, and it is called a fastball.
That's what we had.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Here's the two scales together, right? And I didn't know. Oh, here's the comic book right here.
Yeah.
There it is.
And you can take that off too if you get that like 1/5
Okay.
version. You can take it off if you want to. So
I'm digging the comic, man. I don't know.
I like it, man. I think it's a cool idea. It just I don't know, 1/4 version maybe it would be a little bit too big, but I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, that's the one I would get. Oh, wait a minute. It only comes in 1/6.
It doesn't come in, like I said, in the premium format version. The 1/4 it does not come in. From
Oh,
my, I
This sucks.
could be wrong, but
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little disappointing, but yeah, no,
It is, man.
it's cool though. I think it's
it's
still
like
cool.
that. Remember the Constantine? They had like the angel wings and the cemetery behind them. Like
Yeah,
the one,
yeah.
then the 1/3, they didn't have it. So kind of like that, I guess.
Why would they do that though, man? Because it's like, because the 1/5, man, it seems like somebody for like a person who's not like a huge statue collector or anything like that. It's like, oh, like, this looks nice. Let me get it, put it on my coffee table or something like that or whatever. As opposed to a statue collector is like, I'm collecting 1/4, I'm collecting 1/6. It's like, that's so awkward, man.
It is. But like Nice Guy saying, like the 1/4 version is for the 1/4 line because they've done Sideshow's done basically almost all the X-Men in 1/4 so far. They're missing a couple characters, but they've done majority, almost all of them. So
Yeah.
that's what this is for, I guess. So, and I like how the Colossus is more red than burgundy, like the other like solo Colossus. So that's cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, this is a great piece, man. Congratulations whoever's getting this. You know who I see buying this in their collection? Dennis. I totally see him doing this. I really do. I think it fit his collection very well, actually. But I really love it. I do. Alan, do you like how they had a comic in, as the background? Do you like how that looks, or?
For me personally, I like the quarter scale without the comic.
Okay.
I find it a little distracting.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I like the overall composition of the piece without the comic.
Okay.
And I have to say, I'm wondering if Sideshow has a new art director because everything they've done this past year, they're just one banger after another.
Yeah, I agree.
And that Joker versus Batman is an outstanding piece, and this for X-Men collectors,
Yeah,
they're going to jump all over this. I love it.
yeah. No, I agree with that. I do. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, I think that whoever gets this, I think it's going to really add to your X-Men collection. I do. I've said this before. Every time I think of X-Men, I think of Last Level because they have so many great X-Men pieces. But I think that
they're easily the best. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I have to say, yeah, I agree. But this just looks fantastic. I love that it goes off that comic scene in one of the comics because I think that they do this in the comic book. So I think that's why.
They do. Like I said, they did in the movie too. They did a call in the movies. It's cool. That was a cool little throwback.
No, it's super cool. I really dig that piece. I do. We got one more piece. There's something I have to say before we go here. Let me bring this up here real quick. And I know Mr. Kramer has got, this isn't have great pictures though, man. It's like, but it is on Sideshow. Let me bring this up here real quick. Let me see here. There's that. There we go. This was announced this week, and I did see a few people really wanting to get this. I'm interested at Lane if you are picking this up, but I did see it went up for order this week. And there are the three versions, 1725, and this is 1/3 scale, I believe. It is the
Quarter scale, I think.
Was it?
It's cool.
It's quarter.
It's quarter. Okay, so quarter scale, 1/4 Harley Quinn. I think it's cool. When I think of this character, I don't think of her in this format, of course, but I do love the cyborg like dog there. Like it looks really cool. They have that. Yeah, hyena. That's right. Yeah, and how they got this together, I think that looks really cool. I can't say that this is a piece that I would get, but I do have a bit of a problem because there's so many great Prime 1/3 scale, and now a lot of collectors are having to go 1/4 because I feel like that's what they're doing now is 1/4, right? So if you're wanting this, you'd have to go 1/4 because they're not making it 1/3. Who knows? They may do it later. But Noah, do you like this? I mean, I don't even know. I mean, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I think if I had another standalone cyberpunk quarter scale statue to pair with this, I would, that would be something I would consider. Like, what immediately comes to mind is obviously the Pure Arts Johnny Silverhand quarter scale.
Mm-hmm.
I think with like the TV screen from Cyberpunk, I think that one will look pretty cool with this.
Right.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the unmasked head sculpt. With she has more of like the punk rock face. I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that too.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of a niche piece, I think. But I think the people that are going to get this, it just ticks a lot of boxes for them, and I think they're really going to love it. And then for me too, the whole quarter scale versus third scale thing. When you have a quarter scale like this that doesn't look too big, even though it does look nicely detailed for $1,700 or more, it's like moving things to quarter scale doesn't really seem to make things any cheaper. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
because it's still going to be like $1,000 after shipping and tax and everything. So
sure.
Yeah, but it looks really good though, man. I mean, like I said, it's different, it's something different. And in the statue market, the way it is now, it's interesting for them to make kind of a riskier choice like this. But
Exactly.
I can see it selling pretty well. I mean, I'm assuming, is it a low edition size? I didn't even really see. I mean, I see there's 3 versions, but
yeah, I don't.
I'm not sure. But I have heard from a lot of people online saying that they were wanting this. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good. It has some cool stuff about it, but I think you're right, Noah. This is a piece that it's more of a niche character, right? It's not one that not everybody's going to collect. But if you're in the 1/4 scale line and you want something different, I think it's awesome. I do. Marcos, do you like
This
it?
isn't sourced from anything, is it? I mean, this is
No.
just from art. It's not like
Yeah,
there's not
just
like
from
a
art.
comic line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like if there was a comic line and they planned on doing several characters, I could see it selling pretty well, just like Dark Knight's Metal or some of the other ones,
Right.
or the Samurai line, even if it's just a concept line. So yeah, if they do more of these, then yeah, I could see people going down this line a little easier.
Man, to see Bane and Cyber. Oh man, I mean, anything
cool.
Bane, man, anything Bane. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me get some better pictures of this because there's more on here. So, yeah, that's better.
Is that a squirrel eating a nut?
It was.
I just realized that you could swap one of the hyenas for a squirrel.
Oh no, I think they're both on there. I thought. Let me see.
Oh, it looked like one of them pictures. It looked like it swapped a. Wait, is that a hyena or a squirrel right there? Yeah.
There's a little squirrel in here.
That is a squirrel. I just realized that. Nah, I need both them dogs
Maybe
on that
hyena.
base.
I don't know.
Nah, I need both them dogs, them hyenas on that base.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I don't know, Jimmy. You're asking me like.
Yeah.
So this piece in the Batman or the Joker bat suit pissed me off because
Okay.
we like at least Chris, he has like an inside connection with Prime One. Like, well, DC's not selling. Okay, well, you're putting out honestly like niche pieces here and there like this. Like they're not gonna sell like in general. Like, you're gonna have a very like it's not a bad piece. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
It just like honestly, this is gonna be a one-off for anybody who gets this. Like, there's not gonna be a whole line of this. Like Noah's kind of saying, like unless they say in the next showcase, like, look, we have this whole line coming out of this cyberpunk, Jokers, cyberpunk, whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just annoying seeing companies do random pieces like this, and then they have that excuse of like, well, no one's buying DC, so we can't do a Batgirl 1/3, or like a cat, even a Hush Catwoman 1/3. Like you've done a whole Hush line, like you might as well do Catwoman. Like she's a big part of the story, So
Yeah.
they are doing it. I'm not stupid, but it's like a while. It's just annoying. They do the same characters over and over again in multiple different styles, and like we've had like what 3 Harleys in the past year from Prime One.
Yeah.
I don't know. This won't sell well. I know it won't. And Noah said there's a lot of excitement for it, but we'll see.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
I don't know. It just gets annoying. They do so many of the same characters in different styles, and then they say, well, it doesn't sell well, so we're just going to focus on gaming and, anime, which, I'm all for anime, but, Prime One's such a big company, and, they do such good work. So it just kind of, like this piece, like I said, this piece just won't sell. I just know it won't. So
yeah, you may be right, Marcos, because it's got headstands. It's got headstands.
Oh.
So
It's just one of those things. Like I know it won't sell, and then I have that excuse. Well, DC doesn't sell, which to an extent it doesn't. But at the same time, like higher prices, more niche pieces that people are going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a Tim Drake. I want to. Why can't we just get a comic version Batgirl? Like at least, like come on now, Red Hood. Thank you. I know JC has said he for LBS he said he wants to do a Red Hood and a Damian Wayne, and so that's cool. But we'll see if that happens.
I don't know why they didn't give it 2 hyenas. I know it sounds silly, but I'm like, those are. She's known for those 2 hyenas. I don't know why you would put a squirrel with a nut there. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't see the point.
Stupid squirrel over there. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
yeah, I'm like, that just seems. So I love the whole thing and what they're doing. I think it's like perfect. Like the Hesco. I was like, you gotta like, why would you put a squirrel there, man? Like, you should have gave her both hyenas in 2 different poses or looks. That's just my only knock on this piece. Other than that, I think it's great.
Yeah, at the end though, I just don't think this will sell. It's a very niche piece. It's gonna be a one-off because it won't sell well, and that's the end of it. Like that's sorry to break anybody's hearts, whoever's and the Elseworlds Harley, like the Harley who laughs is a million times better than that too. So
okay, yeah, it's really cool. I think that I don't think it's for me.
No.
I give Prime One credit for trying to just go out there a little bit and try to do something different, but Marcos, at the end of the day, I think you're correct. I don't think this will sell well, and I don't think a lot of people will buy it. If you're just looking for something different, maybe. But the comic collectors, I don't think
But
they're going to.
but like think about it, Jimmy. Like you're saying that they're going out there doing something different. Why don't you do something different with a Riddler?
Yep.
Why don't you do something different with a Two-Face, Clayface?
Right.
The Man Bat. Like there's so many other characters, not like these Elseworlds characters. Like the Joker Batsuit actually pisses me off. It didn't sell well. It looks pretty good. Like I'm not hating on it. It's a good concept, but like, why do it?
But what I'm thinking is that, I mean, I'm sure they got schematics and all that stuff as far as like what's up. But what I think because they need more women pieces out there, and Harley, as far as like top of the line, you know what I mean? Villain, that's a woman. It's Harley. I mean, Punchline, right? She ain't sell. I know she's not selling well. You know what I'm saying? And who else is left as far as that's a villain, that's a woman? I know you have on Poison Ivy. She's gonna sell, right? You need somebody else. In my mind, it's Harley. They probably like, yo, we got like 50 Batmans this year. We got 4. Can we get a Harley? Somebody draft up some Harley or something like that. Let's get them out because women. Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm like, there's women out there they love Harley, they cosplay as her and stuff like that. I mean, guys like Harley too. I love Harley. Lane likes Harley, but as far as what could possibly sell is like, hey, draft up another Harley. That's why I think they did it.
I get it.
You know what I mean? So
I get it. It's a popular character, but like, is that version of that character popular? And is
I think they're trying to mix it up though. That's the thing, because we can have the same Harley in the same suit, just different poses all the time. They probably like do something different.
Why keep doing Harley? Why not do something else, like a different character?
Yeah,
because I'm saying the character, just like we're doing 20 Batmans and 30 Jokers or whatever. I'm saying it's like Wonder Woman. Why are we doing a whole bunch of Wonder Woman? Because they like Wonder Woman is part of that core, right? It's like Poison Ivy. Like Harley is in that, the Joker, she's in that core group. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it's like, you got it. Let's let her let's come up with something for her and put her out this year. That's all what I'm thinking.
I get it. No,
it's
but
doing another piece.
I get it, but it's still coming out with a low edition size. Like this is gonna come out with it, just like shooting yourself in the foot. Like honestly, because like that Joker bat suit literally had like a 150 edition size.
But let me ask you. So you're saying, hey, let's not do Harley at all? Because if you try to make a quota, like for a year, you know they're coming out with 20 Batmans, right? Because they got to make a quota, right? Batman sells. He's like Iron Man, right? He sells. We already know that's a done deal.
Yeah.
Next on the list, right? Like we're the boardroom. Next on the list, Harley. We haven't done Harley this year. Are you saying for them to not do Harley at all?
How about you do other villains in between another Harley? Like at least 2 to 3. My gosh, like just 2 to 3 other villains besides another Harley or Joker. Like you at least get some like space in between. Like that's all I'm asking for. And like if they don't sell, I get it. Like go ahead, like But if they don't, if you have a 150 edition size on a Clayface or like a Mad Hatter or something, you're gonna get the same edition size with that Cyberpunk Harley. You're gonna get the same edition size.
Yeah, but because they know, they're like, hey, we're not going to sell that much Harley, but we got to put Harley out there for the ladies, for the Lane Kramers out there, for people like me who probably, hey, I need to dip in to get a Harley right now.
That's another thing. Obviously,
you got to put Harley out. You cannot put out Harley. Is what I'm saying.
We at least know this though. You're talking about the ladies. This is not a female-dominated.
No, I'm not necessarily just saying only for the ladies. I'm just using that because Harley's, just what I'm just saying. But you have to put Harley out there. You cannot. That's like saying no Poison Ivy. You gonna tell me you gonna not put out Poison Ivy?
No, Poison.
That's
Ivy
what I'm saying.
Sure. But Harley, like, I get it. Like, we'll say.
The only one you sell as far as a woman is Poison Ivy. What other women out there? Name me another a woman villain who you think is gonna sell after Poison Ivy. Name me one.
A woman villain.
Yeah, who will sell close to Harley? Close. Close to Poison Ivy. Like, who's next? Who? Who's gonna sell more than Harley? You think?
No, but that's another villain you could do in between, at least, right?
But that's what I'm trying to say. The next one I could think of is Catwoman, right? But you know what I'm saying? We do have a lot of Catwoman already.
Gets her love. There's no doubt about that. Catwoman gets her love. But Talia al Ghul will be cool. Like 1/4.
Yeah. I'm only playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm playing devil's advocate is all. I'm just saying.
I just get annoyed with that, like, the excuse like, well, DC's not selling. Like, well, you bring out the same character or a niche version of the character, like.
Yeah, they have a whole rogues gallery, man. I agree.
Yeah, like a whole dude. Like, I think maybe it's just my blind ignorance. I don't know, but I feel like a Mad Hatter, for sure, a Riddler. Everybody wants a Riddler. Everybody wants a Riddler and a Ra's al Ghul. Like those two characters for sure. Those I think sell very. Especially in 1/4 too. Like put a 1/4 Riddler or 1/4.
I think that quota is being used up with Batman because I'm like you when it comes to Batman. I'm like I'm like, come on, this is the 30th Batman. I'm like, I think one of those 30 Batmans I think could have been used for other characters like Riddler. And all the stuff he's saying. Let's not do 30 Batman. Let's do 20. Let's do 10 other characters.
We had a zombie Batman last week just came out. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm just saying,
Batman.
We got obsessed with Batman. We had to put out a zombie Batman out of nowhere. Like, we couldn't put out
that series. I read that comic series, Brightest Day, Darkest Night. I actually like that comic series. So I think
it's good. But we're not saying that we can't put out a fucking even a Professor Pig. Like, come on now, like. God damn, like we can go deep in the weeds if you want to, like shit, like.
No, who we want to see, man? Who we want to see, Noah? Because, like, if you had a choice, if you're in the boardroom and they ask you, like, what's the next character to come out?
Don't drag me into this, man.
We're done with the conversation. Fuck everybody.
I know. I know that a lot of collectors want to see villains, like more villains coming out, more characters, and I know that. I know that. What I think what companies are doing right now with the way the economy is, the way the community is, the way people are buying right now, what do? Let's play it safe. Let's play it safe. What sells? This character, this character, this character.
But if it's not selling,
it's funny though. Yeah, it's like they're playing it safe, but then they're also doing something really strange at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. Look,
I agree. So here, I have my answer though. So if they did a comic 1/3 Batgirl, kind of like the Sideshow premium format, that would be perfect. That's what I would want. That's what I would put next to Tech 1000, and I'd be happy. Like that'd be great.
I'm in the minority. I would pay $8K for as good as that quality of a Batgirl 1/3. I would pay $8K for that. Same with the I would, because like, they won't do it ever again. Like holy shit, like that's just me though. I'm not saying I'm everybody else. So it just gets annoying though. That's my whole point. Is these companies say, well, it doesn't sell. Well, do something else.
Because
I agree.
Like a 1/3 Batgirl would look so good, like behind Marcos on the other side of Tech 1000 with Nightwing and Batgirl. Like that looks so awesome.
Right there. Right.
Oh, yeah. It's waiting. Leave it empty.
Got the spot for it ready to go and everything.
Here. That's what I want.
Yeah, my boy Dick Grayson, his girl, man. I'm like, yo.
And I have my whole idea is like Bat Family 1/3, Batman in the middle, and then like to his left side is all like the kind of like anti-heroes like Damian Wayne, Red Hood, Catwoman on the Bat Family, and then on the right side, all the good heroes like Dick Grayson.
I'd actually like to see a Starfire. That would be hot. I'd love to see a Starfire.
Right
I would love that. With the right hand, she's beautiful. I think.
Yeah,
Raven.
That nice. Oh my gosh, Raven with translucent resin.
Raven. Oh, yo, man, I'm calling them up, man. Let's call them up. Raven will be awesome.
There's so many characters we could do that we keep going back to fucking Harley Quinn, Joker, and Batman.
Yeah, and you could even have her on a base or something like that with her father behind her, Raven's father or something like that. I don't know, like coming up from the ground, like, man. All right, see, now I side with you, Marcos.
That's what I'm saying. Like we can do so much more in this
Let's get a Raven or
Beast Boy would be cool. Like you have a transformation, like kind of like my Chopper shit right there with the Beast Boy thing about that, like with the 1/4 Beast Boy with multiple transformations. Like come on.
I agree, Atticus, man. Yeah, Nightwing could use a Starfire, man. That's his boo too. I watched a Teen Titan cartoon, one of the animated one. I think it was the Judas Contract or something like that. Teen Titans versus Justice League. Yeah. And my older daughter, she was like, because she's all lovey-dovey and stuff like that. She's like, oh my goodness, Starfire and Dick Grit. Like she loved that the whole time. I mean, she was like, oh, they're so good together. I'm like, yeah. That'd be cool, man. A Starfire.
Sorry about my rant, people.
That's what we're here for.
It does get annoying though. Like we get the same characters and they don't even sell either. So, like Noah said, it's kind of weird that they have the same characters and they don't sell, and it's like,
it's true though. Yeah, I mean, I think that they're still trying to find the right now. But if they did Riddler, if they did a comic Riddler right now, 1/3 scale,
that'd be hot.
It's gonna sell out. It's gonna sell
out. I agree.
I showed y'all like the concept that would be dope is like Riddler with a bunch of screens in front of him, like has like multiple like like how Riddler does, like he has multiple like I'm drunk obviously, but multiple things like where Batman's defeating like the tricks he has and everything, and multiple
because we don't even get him in dioramas, right? When they make dioramas with all the villains and stuff like that, coming up to get Batman or something like that. Riddler's not in any of them, right? We don't see Riddler in anything.
Riddler was not in it.
He's here to something. I'm like, we don't see Riddler in anything. That's like, awkward, man.
Top like 6 villain, like popularity wise too, which is crazy.
Yeah. And he's a clever guy, man. You read the comics, like they actually did him pretty well in the Batman movie as far as, but he's really good, man, as far as like a rogue.
So like the 3 villains for Batman, at least the comics and like the lore is like intellectually is like Bane, Joker, and Riddler are the 3 smartest.
Yeah.
So like and like he's like Riddler's a great villain, honestly. He is.
I agree. Because even in the Adam West ones, like back in the days when you watch the show, like when you watch, like I used to watch it, where he saw the clues, and it'd be like the old school Batman. He's reading Robin, and he's like, "What does this mean?"
Yeah.
holy moly, Batman! And then he go, I'm like, Riddler is clever, man. They should. I like Riddler, man. He's a nice villain.
Rest in peace, Adam.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are some great points, man. I hope Prime One looks at that closer this year and starts to distribute more characters. And if they don't, you look out because LBS is coming, and
Yep.
they will, and they're taking advice from different collectors. And I have strong suspicions what they're going to launch soon from DC is going to be something that everybody wants. And why is that? It'll be a character they haven't made yet.
They already said like kind of their line basically. Like they've already told like at least
yeah, they did. They did.
So that's a cool thing. Like we have the only thing I get annoyed about LBS is they tease a lot, and I'm like, can we at least put this in a PO and let it get going? You know, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
But I do love the transparency that they have. Like, I really do love that. So
Same.
Yeah.
I wish them luck. And listen, we're hitting right up past the 2-hour mark, but I did want to say a few things before we go today. So I did want to say, firstly, is that keep in mind is we are on the urge of PCS. So they will be with us very, very soon. And Adams will be with us next Friday evening to talk about the future of PCS and what they're bringing. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a big show for us. Also, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe underneath. There's a giveaway we're doing thanks to Lane Kramer and Godlike Statues. We're doing a giveaway for the Jean Grey statue, and as well as Brian is doing a Maju case for that, which I'm still in awe about. So all that's going to be shipped to you when we hit the 500 subscriber mark, and I really look forward to that. So I do have to say one thing before we go. This is really tough for me to say, but right now, or this week, I should say, I lost a dear friend of mine named Michael Phillips, known as Broly Legs. He was an inspiration to everybody around him. He was also one of the top chunling players in the world. And despite all adversity, he played with one hand and with the corner of his mouth and was able to hit buttons and to be a top player at year after year. Broly, I love you, and I will see you soon. And it's tough to hear about your passing, but you'll be missed. And I will see everybody very soon. And look for the pop-up stream this week with me and Lane, most likely, if not this Friday, during the week for Part 1, Poison Ivy, and stay Godlike. I will see you Friday with Adam from PCS.